Hey, this is Y Praler, and I'm going to show you how to use the low poly effect on different things, just to like make stuff like this, and looks like that. And in the final, in Cinema 40, this is a Cinema 40 tutorial, so I can imagine people doing a lot of cool things with this in Photoshop. Okay, let's get started. So go File, New, or if you have a file or a project open, and change your render settings to your preset. And the inclusion, have it at 20. You can change that to whatever you want. Depends on how many shadows, and make sure the shadows aren't too grainy. I'm gonna make them smooth. Depth of field, just leave that. I just have it on, and you don't really need that. And then in global illumination, just add the thing and keep it there. For anti-aliasing, for now editing, don't do this, but when we're rendering, you want to go to best and 4x4. This will take way longer than the regular geometry, so if you're doing an animation, I might just pump it up to 2, but right now we're just going to keep it right there. Alright, so let's start. What you will need, you can have any object. I think as long as it's editable, so if you have like a path, yeah, if you have a let's like make a little spline real quick. Alright, so we have that. That's not what I wanted. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add a circle right here. Alright, so let's say you get like a sweep effect, sweep mirrors. I'm gonna make the circle radius to whatever you want, thickness. Alright, other things, so you can make this all that you wanted. And this is actually one of those other things. You can use this. I did this in one of my editing previews. Right here. That's what it is, with a really reflective texture on it. And instead of just a spline that you made, I used a helix and made it really far apart and just changed the settings. So now we have this thing. We can use any objects. I tried a cube. It didn't really work that well. I mean, just think about what we'll have. Really curved edges, because those will work the best with this effect, because you're reducing the polygons. So it's kind of like platonic right here, just like this, but more cool looking. So let's do it on this sphere, just really quick. You might want to delete the font tags, because those make them they smoothen out the edges, and we're trying to get the opposite of that effect. And you want to go right here, and we're going to go to poly reduction. And with the poly reduction, you're not going to drag the sphere onto that. We're going to drag the poly reduction onto the sphere. So now we have the sphere, and it's all, you know, not round. So yeah, you can change the radius. That's just with the sphere. This higher you go, the more, you know, platonic it's gonna be, like the preset right here. So 99 is a little bit much. This looks pretty decent right there. Now if we just hide this real quick, and we'll do it onto the sweep nerves. Poly reduction, drag it right under there. Oh, I forgot, you have to make this editable. So right click, select children, right click again and make editable. Now you can even pick out the points and move them. So you can see. I can do that. So poly reduction, drag that under. Now it has that effect. You're gonna see different outcomes with different objects, but you know, it's the same effect. I think it looks pretty cool. In the picture I used a torus. And we're just gonna drag this right there. Now as you can see, the settings will have to change between the objects because the torus isn't really working with the amount set for the poly reduction. So we're gonna turn that down. Delete that. Alright, now you have this awesome ring effect. I think you have to get this effect like exactly, you're gonna have to delete the font tag to get it to look like this, so you have more polygons. Alright, so where I made the radius pretty, like that. You make the segments to change, I guess, how many, but if you get it pretty high, it starts to looking like rounded again. Alright, so let's say like that. We're gonna just pop in here, add a softbox alongside. Render this real fast. Alright, so now we have this effect. Now, most of the effect to get this awesome different colored for each polygon thing is by using a gradient texture. Now you can pick whatever texture you want with this, and I'll show you how right now. Alright, so we're gonna make a new texture. Go to color. You want to go to texture mode, or just texture, not texture mode. Go to gradient. Click on this, and click on this. Now, you can have whatever color you want. Let's make it like that. Now, by double clicking, you can set different. Oh wait, can I? Weird. Why isn't it letting me? Alright, so we're just gonna do this real fast. Oh, here we go. Alright, so now you make a gradient. Do that. Now, I think the ones that show up, the color that shows up most prominent is the one that has the larger side of the gradient, like this pinkish purple. Alright, so now what we're going to do is right click, copy. We're going to go to luminance, check that, go to gradient, again, click right here. You might think it's all set up, but it's not. It's black and white. You want to right click on the gradient and hit paste. It's going to paste the edited gradient that you have. Now this is totally different than what I had. It's not anywhere close because I'm not that exact. Now this looks pretty cool. You know, it's illuminated by itself, and this is how you get that effect. Now you are gonna get different colors and, you know, just a different look than what I have by, you know, just swapping the colors around. Make that orange. Make it a totally different feel to what you're making. Now this looks pretty decent. Alright. So this is pretty much the tutorial. I guess, yeah. If I go back over here, I just had some other things. These triangles are actually toruses with the segments turned down all the way. It has a different effect than a regular triangle. It's kind of like a thinner piece. It's different. So I just liked that effect. I'll show you the texture for this. So yeah, see, here's the example. Purple has the most prominent gradient shade, so you're gonna see more purple around the ring and everything else. And then it fades into a turquoise green, light green, and then an orange to you know, just get a nice color. Now these are totally animatable, I guess. You can animate all of this, even the poly reduction, you know, obviously, because there's keyframes. You can do whatever you want. For example, we can get out the sweeteners and drag this polygon reduction onto that. Alright, so let's see here. Let's get this on. I'm gonna have to turn it up, obviously, because everything that has different effects. Alright, so we have this. Drag the texture on. Looks pretty strange, obviously. Now, I think. Oh no, I can't actually with this yet. I'll have to find out how that works. Because the sweeteners aren't edible. Because it's not a sweetener anymore. It's a object. So I guess you guys will have to mess around with the settings, making it animatable. It's not even a word. So cool. You're gonna have to animate it yourself. Figure it out. You know, you don't need someone holding your hand away the whole way. Just gave you a little start off. So yeah, subscribe, like the video, comment, do all the other cool things. Yeah, so see you guys later.